Well, Coach, as always, we appreciate your time this morning. You made the decision this week to move on from offensive coordinator Matt Canada. What stood out in terms of a response from your players and staff, especially on that side of the ball, as you prepared for the Bengals?
I think an important response is that we all owned a component of it. This is a collective, and so individual failure is collective failure. And I like what I saw from that standpoint, the ownership component of it. The reality is that we've all failed to a certain degree, and we got to do better moving forward.
So Eddie Faulkner steps in as your OC, Mike Sullivan as your play caller. What will you look for early in this game to know that that operation is running smoothly and as intended?
Fluidity, and fluidity is just simply how we move, the manner in which we operate. It increases the potential for big play. It minimizes negativity, penalty, and so forth. And so I'm looking for fluidity.
Lastly, Coach, for the second straight week, you face a backup quarterback with very little experience. How do you want your defense to attack Jake Browning and the Bengals?
We attack regardless, to be quite honest with you. It's been stated by him and others within that organization that his full playbook will be at his disposal. He's new, but he's not new to this group. He knows what he's doing. And so schematically, man, we're going to approach this in a very similar manner we would if Joe Burrow were playing.
Coach, thanks as always. Good luck today.
Thank you.
And you know, they're going through a very frustrating time right now, and I think the lightning rod of Matt Canada has now been taken off. Now the onus goes on the field to the players, and so you're sitting there looking at it, try to do what they do best. I think getting back to the running game for Kenny Pickett, he's got to let it loose and let him play. And don't be afraid to make mistakes, and that's why you see Faulkner and Sullivan, play caller, OC, will be on the field.
You know, Coach, I got to tell you, you're right. I want to see the difference right away in this offense. The first drive of the game, show us something different. Make it easier for Kenny Pickett. Don't make it like, oh, you got to make the perfect read, make the throw. Man, you can't do that every play of a game as an NFL quarterback. Boomer and I were talking about this. Boomer says he wants 10 automatic completions from the coaches. You got to have more movement, more for. Can they stack the receivers? I don't think I've ever seen a receiver stacked one time this year.
You know, and there's been a lot of talk in the locker room. I think Jaylen Warren, you're going to see a little bit more of him. He's proven the right to get a chance to have more opportunities. And Najee can be a great closer for them. And Deontay Johnson, you know, he's frustrated. But you know what? You know, when your receivers are frustrated and losing is happening, I don't think that's always a bad thing. We take everything to heart. And I think he was doing last week. Minka Fitzpatrick got into him, said, listen, cool it. You're going after the coach, cool it. Right now, the coaches are on the sideline. They're going to have a feel for it. And I agree with you, Phil. Doing some things differently, making it easier and more simple right now for Kenny Pickett is the answer.
Group, 3rd down and 7. Browning, looking, Browning, sacked from behind, loses the ball. T.J. Watt knocked it free, and Cincinnati recovers.
Meetings about being back in the pocket and having 2 hands on the football. That's all fine and dandy until T.J. Watt shows up. And you do all the right things, but when T.J. Watt shows up, even if you do have 2 hands on the ball, he has that firm punch that can knock it out. He was going to a zone drop spot and expect the safety to pick him up.
Put it where it had to be. Instead, running play, 3rd and 2. Trying to get there is Warren. The ball pops free, and it's a live ball. Scooped up by DJ Turner. Turner makes a move, and he's down at the 40-yard line. None of venue. Steelers take over on a 1st down run to Najee Harris. And Harris keeps those legs moving. He's not going down. Harris somehow emerges. As a member of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, stints with San Francisco and the Giants. That pass deflected and caught by Jamar Chase. Zigzag move by Chase. Out of bounds. Well, sometimes you have to be lucky and good.
And stay with it, because Jamar Chase sees the ball tipped, and a lot of guys will give up on the route, but he stays with it, and when the ball's in the air, he comes underneath it. Michael Walker makes an excellent play for Pittsburgh, dropping into coverage. Watch number 38 get his hands on the football. Exactly what you want to do. But Chase stays with it with concentration. And
2nd and 5. Browning, fake it, flip it, catch made. Sample bangs into his own man for the touchdown.
Finishes him.
Yes. Well, and actually, there is an official on the field who is kind of the backup game clock operator throughout the entire contest. It's the side judge, in this case, number 36, Anthony Jeffries. He keeps the time of the game always on the field in real time as well with a watch that he has attached to him. You can see him looking down now, and he will continuously alert the teams through his O-to-O communication as to how much time is remaining in the half.
All right, Gene, 3:16 on the clock. They hand it to Mixon.
Watch anyone else do it until he got to the NFL after being undrafted after a prolific career at Washington. This feels like high school, doesn't it? Time kept on the field. No one knows what's going on. Almost soccer. Will we get, extra time at the end?
There's 7:08 on the clock. Browning out of the pocket on a 3rd and 5. Browning trying to set his feet, gets blasted.
Bring it to the player that he went and got involved with and beat, and Joey Porter Jr. That ball was well thrown, and Chase saw it the whole way. Porter doesn't see it quite in time, so Chase is able to make a play on the football. Mouth guard goes away, ball goes into his hands. Strong hands. Look at him, he caught it with the mouth guard and the ball. But he's got arm angles now after having gone to school and learned better how to throw it.
3rd and 6. Browning picked off. Thompson steps in front for the INT. Jamar, tight formation. Najee Harris in the backfield. Give it to him. Harris gets to the outside, and he's in. Touchdown. Combination for Pittsburgh.
And Alex Highsmith was the first guy to...
Up top. Pickens laid out for it, but couldn't haul it in. And is struggling. Going up top. Pickens over the shoulder grab for the first down. Hilton brings a tireless worker and the engine of their opponent. Browning the toss, Mixon the catch. Yards after the grab. He's still going. Joe Mixon out of bounds. Bengals get a big gain.
Well, Kenny, congratulations on the win. A lot changed operationally this week for this offense, and you guys just put up the most yards since 2020. From your perspective, what was the biggest difference?
I think we all came together this week. I think Coach Sully, Coach Falk did a great job. Shout out to Coach Sully. I think he called a hell of a game. I think we all came together, persevered some adversity this weekend. It felt great to come on the road and get a win.
You've been through a lot this year as well. How much satisfaction do you personally take? I'm sure you want more points. I'm sure you'll find a lot of things. But right now, to be able to have that type of performance and spread the ball around like you did.
I think the ball was spread around great. It was great to have 88 back and have the impact that he had over the middle of the field. Obviously, George and Tay did their thing as well. So, it feels good, for sure. It feels good. A lot of work went into it. Great AFC North win for us.
How do you guys build on it?
Learn from the mistakes. Take the positive away from things we did really well, put up some more points, and just keep rolling.
I'm going to smile at some point.
Yeah, man. Yeah, appreciate you, man.
There you go.